All right. I know we are on Thanksgiving week, so I'm figuring a lot of people aren't going to get on tonight, and I completely understand. But thank you guys for getting on, even though it is Thanksgiving week. I wanted to go over a few things that might be helpful for where you are in your business tonight, and hopefully it will be helpful. But first, I wanted to quickly just kind of go over what we've got ahead of us. We've got a little over a week left in the month, and we're going to be basically after Thursday, people are going to be probably wanting a little bit of what we have after indulging like crazy for Thanksgiving and eating a lot of food and being very sedentary without moving at all. So get out there and start putting yourself out there, obviously, inviting people to something, whether it's a clean eating group, whether it's clean week. I'm probably going to kind of start putting clean week out there again. The 3-day refresh, a lot of people are probably going to want to do that. Just get out there and start inviting, because now people are going to want to do something after the crazy Thanksgiving. So don't let this opportunity to help people get back on track. Even though Christmas is coming, it doesn't matter. We still have a good month before Christmas, right? What is it? That's today. Yeah. So people are going to want to do something. So start inviting to something. Black Friday sale is actually going on right now. It's actually been like a mini sale going on for a couple weeks already anyway, but there's no reason why we can't call it a Black Friday sale. So I'll show you if you haven't seen the, back office, or actually what's on sale. There's a lot of stuff. And since we are kind of going with on demand right now, basically, but some people still like the DVD stuff. So, why is this doing that? Okay. So we have everything from the 21-day fix, prep pack, turbo fire. There's $5 deals, little things like weights, shaker cups, stuff that people might just want in addition to body. I don't know why it's doing this. I'm sorry. Okay. Hammer and chisel, 22-minute hardcore. There's a Beachbody jump mat size, PT sandbag, Insanity Max 30. I mean, these are things that are like $20 that people could give as gifts, or they could just, if they want the DVD. Some people still aren't sold on BOD, and that's okay. So these are things, Slim and Six is $16. And for yourself too, if you wanted to buy them at $12 or whatever, and give as promos or gifts, or something like if you're having a free group and you want to give a prize to somebody who kind of stood out or whatever. So this is just, wanted to put that out there in case you didn't know. This is going on, and may as well promote it as a Black Friday sale while supplies last, because every year we've had something. It's not called Black Friday sale, but it's a sale and it's Black Friday soon. So you may as well just call it that, right? All right. So hopefully you guys will be invited to something to help the post-Thanksgiving stuff. So I want to see your faces. Get out of here for a second. Okay, so at Leadership, a coach based, somebody said something, sorry. Victoria, it doesn't say how long it's going to last. It just says while supplies last. So that's just basically probably putting it out there until they're sold out, I guess. So at Leadership, a speaker basically went over, first of all, she used to be a business owner with juicing and that sort of thing. She basically was doing like sort of a Shakeology thing, but running it as a juice kind of bar or whatever. Anyway, she found coaching, and she has had lots and lots of success. But what she shared was how not everyone is in the same place as a coach or a business owner. And that makes 100% sense, right? Because some people want to walk in this business. Some people want to jog. Some people want to run. Some people take a month walking and then they take a month running. sometimes things happen in life and you still want to run your business and be consistent, but you can't go balls to the wall all the time, right? So I'm going to go over a way to whatever it is that you're wanting to do at your own pace with tracking on using these trackers that I'm going to show you. But first, I'm going to show you the video that she showed or she shared in the roundtable on how to use these trackers and why she created them. So I want to share my screen again. And it's about a 10-minute video of her sharing these trackers. So, wait a minute. Why did I do that? Okay. Sorry, I had it up. And now I clicked out of it, so I have to start fresh. Sorry. I'm sure I'll find it soon. Bear with me just a second. Sorry, guys. And I haven't listened to the National Wake Up Call, but I heard it was awesome, and so I have to do that tomorrow. I usually listen to it live and just didn't get to, but I heard it was really, 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 really good. So, okay. Where is that video? I probably passed it. I'm pretty sure I passed it. Here it is. Perfect. Nope, that's not it. This is it. I'm usually more prepared than this. I'm sorry, guys. Okay.
Table, and I've had tons and tons of messages requesting it. So I went ahead and put it up in the roundtable, so it is available. But I thought, gosh, I should probably really run through and kind of give people the lowdown of, you know, where this came from and how my team uses it. So the reason that we developed this is because we were lucky enough to have a lot of successful people on our team, and I saw that these really powerful coaches that were hitting Success Club 20, 30, 40, 50 were almost making people on the team that were hitting Success Club 5, it was kind of making them feel like failures, like they weren't, you know, good enough, that they weren't successful. And it was kind of, you know, disheartening to people to compare themselves to these other people. And we've always had this concept of discount, hobby, and career coach, but I just really wanted to redefine that. And the other thing that I really wanted was I wanted the people that were running to feel like they could take their foot off the gas and still feel successful. So we developed this concept of walker, jogger, runner. And so you'll see on the different trackers that the daily behaviors are, you know, if you're a walker, those should be your daily behaviors. If you're a jogger, the daily behaviors are defined. And if you're a runner, the daily behaviors are defined. There's obviously, the list gets longer the quicker you pick up your pace. And also what you understand, because I really think it's encouraging also, especially to people that want to be runners, to know that, you know, they need to establish team culture, that they need to be hosting their own sneak peeks and business opportunity calls, that they need to understand compensation and coach placement and developing your brand and things like that. And so the other thing that's important to know on this is if you get a brand new coach that really wants to run, they should, you know, grab the runner tracker, even though they may not understand everything. So if you're brand new, that doesn't mean you're a walker. It's really just the pace at which you want to build your business. But here's where the magic happens, you guys. In the summer, when my kids are out of school and I don't want to work just as hard as I do during the school year, which is, you know, a lot, I want to be a jogger. So I can, instead of feeling like a failure all summer because I'm not accomplishing, you know, what I'm accomplishing on a weekly or monthly basis during the school year, I can take out the jogger tracker and I can check off the things that are on there and know that that is my intention. My intention for those 3 months is to be a jogger. My intention each week is to hit those marks. And when I fulfill that, I feel really successful. You know, I've set my intention, I've accomplished it, and I feel good about where I'm at versus feeling like a failure. So this is something that's important, I think, to everybody, because I know it's been asked a lot to me is, well, the tracker is blank. Like, why is the tracker blank? The tracker is blank because I think that obviously a brand new coach of mine, what the behaviors that she needs to be tracking are very, very different than the behaviors that I need to be tracking. And as successful as I, have been, I still need to be tracking, or I'm not going to maintain that success, or I'm not going to grow my business. So I still need to always be on my A game, and so things like that are on my tracker are to, check in with my people that are pushing for team leader, check in with my people that are pushing for diamond or star diamond. I still have on my tracker that I'm adding people to my network, that I'm following up with those people. And also it changes all the time, week to week. I tend to focus on recruiting to the challenge the first 2 weeks of the month. So the first 2 weeks, my tracker always says invite to the challenge, and it has X amount of people. The last 2 weeks of the month, I'm tracking how many people I'm inviting to the coach opportunity, or how many conversations I'm having around that. So for the most part, this looks the same for me every week, but there's usually 1 or 2 or 3 things that change. The bottom of this, which I think again is really key, is that this isn't all business. For me, this was from a couple weeks ago, this particular tracker, I was tracking sleep because I was not sleeping enough, and I had to really get better at that. I had to, and I can't get better at something unless I know the mark that I need to hit. If I'm getting 40 hours of sleep a week, I need to shoot for 45. If I'm getting 45, I need to shoot for 50. We can't succeed. We can't improve upon what we don't track. That's the expression. So we have to track these certain behaviors. I also have been kind of falling off my A game with my containers. So I started tracking my containers every day and checking off if I hit the mark. I started tracking if I was going live on my like page. So you can see that a lot of the things that I'm tracking are radically different than a brand new coach. And so this is a tool that you can sit down with your coaches on a GSR call on, or a monthly check-in, or a every 6-month check-in. Anytime you need to check in with your PS coaches, you can say, let me see your tracker. Let's come up and define what we want to put on this list. And this is something I talked about at leadership. So I had, for example, a diamond coach who had kind of been successful from the get-go, push, 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 push. She hit diamond. She was doing really well. She was always a Success Club 10 and up girl. And she called me one day and just was done. She wanted to quit. She wanted to throw in the towel. And so this was the tool that I got to use with her. I said, listen, let's just pull back the throttle a little bit. Let's pull out the walker tracker. Let's pull out the walker tracker and make your goal to post on social media once a day. Let's hit these marks instead of feeling like you have to maintain hitting these marks, and let's find success in that. But here's where it really works. I got to connect with that coach and ask her what she was struggling with. And of course, it was quality time with her husband and quality time with her children and being present. So I made her track her non-working hours. I had her track date night with her husband. I had her track, getting outside for either a walk or a bike ride with her children every day of the week. We are here, you guys, not just to build successful Beachbody coaches. We are here to help people build successful lives. So it's really important to not just look at this as a business activity tracker, but as a life success tracker. And I will tell you that this comes straight from Darren Hardy's Living Your Best Year Ever. So I became a coach in July 2015, or I started working the business in July 2015. And I took it upon myself to do that program that Darren Hardy has that December. It set me up for great success in my first full year in the business, because I was super, super clear on what my 3 banner goals were for the year, as that's how he terms it, what my monthly goals needed to be to hit that yearly goal, and what my weekly goals needed to be to hit that monthly and therefore yearly goal. So it's this whole reverse engineering, and you're reverse engineering it back into what you're tracking daily. And when you really make the connections on year, month, week, and day, you're going to be motivated to do the work every day. You're just going to get it on a level that you didn't get it before. And so I really want you to pay super, super close attention to this side. My team, it says Sunday evening. So my team screenshots and takes pictures, and everybody shares their tracker on Sunday night. So we see tons of people's trackers. It really connects us as a team because we get to see what everybody wants to cultivate in their life, their business goals, but their personal goals. So they're screenshotting this and they're screenshotting this, and they're making a commitment out loud. It's just like the challenge group. This is their accountability to themselves and to the team. And like I said, it really connects us because we get to see, and everybody's commenting on everybody's stuff. But you guys, there's power. There is so much power in rewriting your yearly, monthly, and weekly goals every single day, again and again and again, or I should say every single week, again and again and again. When I write down the personal development I'm studying, or it says BD skills I'm studying, and that's business development. When I write down business development and I write it down one week and I don't do it, and then I write it down the next week and I don't do it, and by the third week, I am like, oh my gosh, if I don't start doing this, I'm going to make myself crazy. So it pushes you. It lights the fire under you. You also get to look at your week in review. You get to look back and see where your successes and failures are. You end up coming up with a plan. You're listing what you're grateful for. The really important piece that I want to make sure that, and this is really the crux of why I wanted to do this video, is that when you are done doing this, and so this takes me like 30 minutes every single Sunday because of the second piece. I don't just write it out and then cross my fingers and hope it happens during the week. I have to take out my calendar and I have to find the time in my Monday to do every single activity on here. And then my Tuesday, just because life is life, looks radically different than my Monday. So then I have to find the time in my Tuesday. I have to schedule every single one of these in every single day, Monday through Friday, if not Monday through Sunday. So I am scheduling these in, because if you do this, and that's it, it's never going to happen. You have to make sure you carve out the time, just like we carve out the time for our exercise, we carve out the time for your personal development. You have to carve out the time in your life to schedule these things in to get them done. So that's it, you guys. I highly recommend going through Living Your Best Year Ever with Darren Hardy as a team. My team did it last year together. We're getting ready to do it again this year. It is a game changer. But, you can do all the work on the front end. You can do the exercises. You can get really clear on what it is you want to cultivate in your life. But if you're not tracking them every week, it's truly just a waste of time. So do the front end work, but follow through. Do the work of tracking your behaviors, and you will have massive, massive success.
That's how I feel. Like, mind blown. Okay, so all of that being said, I'm going to show you the PDF. Let's see real quick. Of the different trackers, whether you want to be a walker, jogger, runner right now. Again, like she said, you can change those things. If you wanted to start with walker and then move to jogger and then move to runner, or if you wanted to go full force and runner and then decide to go back on walker or whatever, this is, and I keep clicking out of things. I don't know why. I think that I had saved it somewhere. Okay. It might be. No. I'm going to say I've been guilty lately of not tracking. And I know for myself, when I do track, things get done. When I don't track, I think things are getting done, but they're not. there's not as efficient as they should be. So let's see. I'm going to preview it. All right. So as a walker, we'll start with walker first. And you can print this thing out. Obviously, it probably will help to print it out so you actually know what to check off and then write and all that stuff into the actual tracker. But as a walker, the behaviors are very much different than as a runner. The walker is going to invite once per day, share once per day, 10 minutes PD. So you see all this stuff over here, the basic committing to Shakeology, pressing play. And I love this daily gratitude, recognize, thank someone every day for something that's simple but powerful, right? Post something of value on your social media, contribute to Challenge Group Daily, National Wake Up Call every Monday, and then post monthly goals. And then attains Success Club 0 to 5. And then from there, like you said, on the right side is where you write out the top 3 banner goals for the year, the month, the week. And then in the review, you can go through and say, you know, your victories were what they were, defeats what they were, aha moments, and then what you're grateful for the week. And then from there, you can write out what you need to do every single day, track that. I was taking notes, I loved the tracking stuff outside of business, like taking a walk outside, taking a breather, you know, walking your dog, spending date night once a week, and that sort of thing, because sometimes we get so focused on all these other things that we don't focus on the other things in life. And when you balance things out, things are so much better in your life. And as she said, I mean, yes, we want to be successful coaches, but we also want to have successful lives. So putting that into your weekly success tracker, I think is really, really cool. And she said, I would love us to do every Sunday, and you know, you guys may or may not want to do this, but sharing every Sunday night what your week looks like for accountability. And that could be, you know, a screenshot like she said. But there's the walker, and then the jogger is going to change a little bit, and that is going to increase just a little bit, inviting 3 people to join you on your journey, posting 3 times per day, power hour, which is going to kind of include some of this stuff, obviously attending events, the team calls, checking in team page, running a free group each month, the PD, hosting challenge groups, the vital behaviors, your monthly goals, and then the week review on Sunday, and using the tracking system. And then understanding a little bit more about your business. I mean, we are in business for ourselves. This is our business. So it was kind of important to know the compensation plan and kind of know coach placement and that sort of thing. There's a bazillion videos out there to learn this stuff. You know, our training has this stuff. Our online office has this stuff. YouTube has this stuff. So understanding all of this so that you know where to put your focus if you are wanting to build a successful business and income, you want to know this stuff, right? So this is the stuff you need to understand and, you know, kind of dive into developing your brand, the power of community recognition, compound effect, and then hitting Success Club and recruiting a few coaches every single month. So this is your jogger. And then again, you're going to track all of that by using the side of this with your benchmarks and stuff like that. And then the runner is going to up the ante a little bit and invite 10 to 20 people per day. So this is gangbusters right here. And if you don't want to be a runner, you don't have to be a runner, obviously. But if you want to be a runner, right? Host your own team calls, trainings, mentor your coaches, PD, the vital behaviors, post your monthly goals, The same power hour, free groups, challenge groups, different platforms of social media, which I need to work on. Manage a team page, attend, help organize events, duplication with your own team, branding. If you wanted to hit an elite or premier, you need to know those guidelines, right? So this is the understanding part right here. Establishing team culture, create opportunity for leader growth. Let's see, host sneak peeks, business opportunity calls, and knowing the compensation plan and coach placement, developing your brand, and attaining 20 plus Success Club points. And then recruiting 5 to 10 coaches. So, as much as I want to say I'm a runner, I haven't done that in a while. So that's kind of been my focus recently. But, again, this is whatever you want for your business, whatever it is you want to do. So this is where you can just choose whichever way of focusing on your business and tracking it, instead of just using the standard activity tracker that we have in our online office, which is still great. As long as you're tracking something and tracking, it's really, really important to do that. So however it looks for you, do that. So I don't know if this was helpful or not in, whatever it is that you're wanting to do moving forward in your business, but I think it is important to establish that, figure it out, and then from there implement which way you're wanting to go. Yes, I will post these in the team pages, Victoria, for sure. Absolutely. Was this helpful? Okay, cool. So what else is going on? Anybody have anything you want to share for the week? What's going on with your business?
I'll go.
Yay!
So this last week on Monday and Wednesday was a super busy week, and I had hosted and prepared for a long time to do a cocktails connection, which before when I spoke for you guys, we talked about community outreach. And so this cocktail connections program, it basically meets once a month, and each business who wants to go can take the table basically. And I posted some pictures about our display, and we made a nice little Beachbody display. And then we had the opportunity to actually stand up in front of the group of other small business women owners and share what we're doing. And it led for a lot of conversation. Not only did it allow for a lot of conversation, but it also allowed us to talk about double time and the whole November to Remember, which I'm participating in with my partner. And because they're people of the community, and if our school of choice it's a local community school, it just got people like, okay, well, how many do we really need to get you to obtain that or get close to reaching that goal? And if you guys saw, I don't know if you all got that email that I got that said, who's in the running? Like, there's not very many people in the running. And it's not very many challenge packs. Like, the person that's in first is like, she's pretty high, but let me pull it up. But the people that are second, third, fourth, fifth place, like here it is right here. You're only talking 765 challenge packs for double time, guys. That's the email that I got. It's the community donation leaderboard. That's not a lot. Like, if communities come together, like, that would so easily like be obtained. And so like, I just have this passion to be able to give back to my community, and like, this is such an opportunity. And then we also went and spoke at our local PTO meeting at our school district that is our charity of choice, and just try to get them on board and really explain to them in detail what this was all about and how this could benefit the school. And it's been tough. And I personally have only sold 2 of the double time challenge packs, but it's like, when you look at what everybody else is doing and who's closest on that board, I mean, I'm only 4 or 5 away from being in rank. You know what I mean? So it's not like, anyway, it was just an opportunity to put that out there. And then I also was allowed to go speak at another fitness center in a town about 20 minutes away. She owns a gym, and she let me go in there and speak about nutrition. And I thought for sure the majority of the crowd would be gym members. Believe it or not, only 2 of them were, and everybody else were just people of the community that wanted information about nutrition. So that was really cool. And I ended up getting like 3 people buying challenge packs with that whole ordeal. So that was like super cool. So it was a lot of building up to put on those 2 events all in 1 week, of course, or 3 events all in 1 week. And so I feel like a little bit of reprieve this week. But it's exciting. And then the gym owner that I spoke at, she said, you know, you can come back and do that anytime. I think she was a little nervous when she realized it was like Shakeology, that she thought I was just going to like push Shakeology. And I guess I must have done a good job in presenting the balance of the 4 variables that I talk about a lot, you know, and that's basically the challenge pack. And she loved it so much, she said I could come back. And she even let me, she even let me put a poster at her gym with my information on it and information about nutrition and my business cards in there and stuff like that. So it went over really well. So I think that was a win-win. That was exciting.
Girlfriend. You are killing it with face-to-face and in the community. That's incredible. That's so cool. Love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Good for you.
Thank you.
I feel terrible. I've been selling challenge packs, but not the double time one. And I don't know if it's because I have a hard time promoting it because I don't have kids, or, you know, my husband usually goes to the gym. So, but I forget that it's 3 points too this month. But
the only thing is that it doesn't come with containers. So I felt really bad because I didn't realize that at first, and I felt really bad that I started ordering extra containers because I just assumed give them to them anyways, you know, because they're such an important part. And I know that that's not the whole focus of double time, but to me, it's an important part. And so I've been buying them and just giving them to them, you know, for those that didn't, because I was like, they didn't come with containers. What? It comes with a ball instead.
Yeah, it's weird how some of the programs come with and some of them don't. I don't know what behind the why that is, but good for you. That's exciting. Anybody else have anything? $35. No. I finally put out there on my HOA page that I want to start a neighborhood fit club. I don't know if I told you guys that or not, but I want to do it once a week. But the neighborhood clubhouse is $50 like an hour. And I'm like, I don't know how many people are going to commit to it and if it's going to be worth $50 an hour, or I just clean out my poor garage that has a bazillion boxes that I'd be very embarrassed. I'd be like, come to my garage and not have any room to do anything. But I mean, we have a media room, but I don't know that I want a bunch of traction of a bunch of people doing. I have carpet in there too. So, yeah, there's a park nearby. That's a good idea. Do like park nearby. And I actually thought about just doing it outside too, but I don't know. But some people were like, "Yeah, I'm for it." And then one of the husbands was like, "Will I be the only guy? Because I think I want to show up." But I'm like, "So far, yeah, but that's okay, you know." But anyway, so Nicole gave me the inspiration to get out there in the community, and you know, social media is amazing, and that's majority of our business. But gosh, there's so much to be done in the people that we are in contact with every single day, face to face. So just getting that opportunity to do that. But
I feel really blessed because $50 an hour to rent out a space that you're not even guaranteed to make any money on. You're doing a free community service. That's rough. The gym because I have, you know, I work in physical therapy and it's attached to a gym. I don't get charged to provide that free community service. So that's a huge blessing, because if I did, that'd be a little hard. And it's not that I haven't earned commission on being out there. It's just, it's not a guarantee. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah, I guess I'm really lucky.
It's just kind of strange. I was like, really? Like, I can see like the reasoning behind the deposit and all that for parties and stuff like that. But I was just like, I mean, it's a very nice clubhouse, but I just don't think the return would be that great for $50, especially if I'm going to do it weekly, right? I mean, that's times 12. Well, times 50 too. Talking like $2,500 a year or something to rent. So I don't know. I'm going to figure it out, but you've inspired me. So, all right. So while we have each other on, we have, a few minutes left, and we are coming into Thanksgiving on Thursday. I would love just to hear anything. You can type it or take your, mute off or anything. Just share what you're thankful for, whether it's with your business, whether it's with the team or with your life or your family or anything. I would just love to hear something you're thankful for, and we can end the call with that. But all right, I'll start. I'm thankful for all of you for, number one, showing up on these calls. I know it's taking time outside of your life and your family and everything that you do. And, it wouldn't be a team call if it was just me talking. So I appreciate you guys showing up and, showing up with the team and with your posts and team page and all that stuff. So I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for our team with the community we have and the love and the passion and all that we have with each other. So I'm thankful for that. And so thank you. Energized. Parents are flying in on Thursday. That's amazing. I'm happy for you, Samantha. That's awesome. Are they staying with you? It doesn't matter. They're going to be there. So that's great. We're actually awesome. So cool. So my family is about 4.5 hours away. And so a couple of our neighbors who we've become really good friends with over the past year are coming over, and we're going to have Thanksgiving with them. So I'm excited about that. My in-laws were here yesterday, and that was awesome. But let's see, Victoria, the fact that I can spend time with my family, the team. Thank you. That's awesome. I just love this time of year, reflecting on all the positive stuff. Oh, did you? I don't know that I've really seen you post much about the reset.
I have been saving it all.
To make sure you get through it.
I've been blogging on my website about it, but that's about it. And I've been sending people on scavenger hunts to my website as a way to try to get people to move over there. It's by far the hardest thing I've ever done.
I'm sure.
I'm glad I finished on day 8 and 9. I really wanted to give up like bad. It really puts things into perspective. It puts, first of all, the Shakeology cleanse and 3-day refresh. I thought they were hard when I did them. They're not hard. It puts perspective into the fact that when we are working with customers that have gone from processed food to unprocessed food and all that transition that takes place, that it's hard. Like my transition, clean, I didn't have a huge transition. I've been doing clean for a long time, but my transition was this 21-day reset. You're talking completely brand new, unfamiliar recipes that are not only difficult to make and take a lot of time, but also definitely not things my children are going to eat. And so it was a lot of time, and they weren't necessarily the most tastiest, and it was definitely hard. Day 8 and day 9, I wanted to give up dealing with PMS. I really wanted to give up. If I didn't have an accountability partner in this whole thing, I probably would have, because when I wanted to give up, she didn't, and when she wanted to give up, I didn't. And so that was our accountability for each other. But yeah, I'm glad to know that I finished and that I did it. I didn't do it perfect, but I was at least 85 to 87% compliant, and that's not too shabby considering how hard it was. Have you ever done it, Natalie?
No, I haven't. I know I need to. I know. I mean, so many people who've done it, like they've had tremendous, insane results, and it's not just the weight loss. It's so many other things, mental and clarity and that sort of thing. It just depends on the person. My mom actually did it, and she was like anti everything that I did when I first started this business, and she had crazy results. I mean, like a lot of our team has done it. Even Debbie, she's going to do it at the beginning of the year, and she's like, which is crazy because she's the opposite. She's like, 3-day refresh, I can't do it, but the 21-day reset, I can do. And I'm like, huh? Really? Like, that's... So Victoria's did it twice, mentally and physically. Yeah, I need to do it. I know.
I know I'm good for a couple of years now.
I don't know. I'm a weak woman with the coffee. Like I have coffee and then wine and then like I'm like, really 21 days? What? It probably would do me a lot of good, but and then no meat. And then no exercise. Well, you probably did a little bit. Did you yoga?
I told you I had an exercise contract with the school district of Candor, right? That started right when I started my 21-day reset. So I had to exercise those 2 days a week. And then I just did my 20-minute walks, and there was many days that I didn't do anything. So it was definitely hard. I mean, that actually, I enjoyed my body taking a break, to be honest with you, because it's been a long 15 months of not taking a break. So I really appreciated that. And it was cool for me to see that despite me not exercising like I used to, it didn't matter as far as my weight goes because my nutrition was like that. You know what I mean? So that was empowering, you know? So
one of these days. Maybe after 88 obsession, but I'm ready for that. I'm so ready for that. I'm like, I can't wait to get my hands on that meal plan because that's when she's telling you exactly when to eat, what to eat, how to eat. I mean, give it to me. Like, I love the container system, but it's still like guessing. When should I eat this one? And she's like, do it. Can't wait. Can't wait for that. So anyway. All right. Well, you guys, does anybody else have anything? Do you want to share before we hang up before Thanksgiving? Not, no worries. No pressure. All right. So we're going to do a group picture. Arlene, did you want to share your face? You don't have to. Okay. Let's take our picture on 3. 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. All right. Thank you guys so much again for getting on tonight. I'm so thankful for you guys. And again, thanks for getting on a holiday week. So love you guys, and I will see you in our team page. Bye.